waiting for Porsche, which at one time was the world's most profitable car maker, to sign off on the deal today. Ryan Chilco joins us from London with details. Ryan, what can we expect really out of these negotiations, call it, dealings?
Sure. Well, basically, we're waiting on the Porsche board to meet. That's supposed to happen in the next few hours to basically rubber stamp the deal. In so doing, they will be bringing their existence as an independent car maker to an end and becoming Volkswagen's 10th brand. So that's what we're waiting on. What happens after that is, of course, that the deal has to be completed. Volkswagen saying that they're aiming to do that by 2011, most likely in 2011. What they're doing right now is they're spending $5.8 billion to buy a 49.9% stake in Porsche, and they're going to build that up over time.
Okay, some people know by now that this, this is bringing together some 70 years of history between these two automakers. Explain the family connection.
Yeah, a 70-year history that ended in a 4-year feud. Let me back up a little bit. It all starts with Ferdinand Porsche. He's the guy that designed the Beetle for Volkswagen. His grandsons are the chairmen of Volkswagen and Porsche. The chairman of Volkswagen is Ferdinand Piech, excuse me, and the chairman of Porsche is Wolfgang Porsche. Now, Wolfgang over at Porsche wanted to take over VW, and he took on an awful lot of debt to buy up VW shares, but in the end, it was just too much debt, and Ferdinand Piech got his wish, which was to take over Porsche. This feud ended this summer, actually in August, when Mr. Porsche agreed to Porsche being taken over, and the two cousins, who weren't speaking for a very long while, are now apparently on speaking terms, and they will be at this Porsche board meeting later today.
Okay,
Eric?
Ryan, is there any reason to believe that this luxury deal, if you can call it that, is going to work when others haven't? I can think of Volvo, for example, a stable of luxury brands that it just wasn't able to do much with.
Yeah, you know what I think Volkswagen would say is, first off, there's been an awful lot of cross-investing, if you will, from the Porsche dynasty. So on the level of the board, they're very comfortable with one another. They're very familiar with one another. On a cultural level, this isn't a transatlantic deal like you saw with, say, Daimler Chrysler. Their headquarters, VW's headquarters and Porsche's headquarters, are actually in the same town in Germany. The other thing I think that the company points out is that VW is no stranger. While it does make, of course, those sort of bread and butter VW cars that we all know about, it also has a lot of very serious luxury brands like Lamborghini, Bugatti, Bentley. So they do know a little bit about luxury cars, and they intend, they would say, to run Porsche as an autonomous brand. It'll just be another one of their 10 brands. Now, critics would say 10 brands is an awful lot. But Volkswagen would argue, look, we've done well so far, so there's no reason to say that we won't continue to be successful with this venture.
Founded in the 1930s by Ferdinand Porsche. Today, rival relatives sit on both boards. On Wednesday night, Vida King tendered his resignation with a $70 million payoff. His departure paves the way for a family.